Test, test, there we go. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. My name is Talesian. I've got to fix my camera here. I've moved it to a different location. That ain't gonna work. Maybe that will work. Yeah, that'll do for now. It's a little awkward, but we're getting things right. Let's do this maybe. Maybe I just need to move back over here. Oh, hold on. Perfect. Okay, there. There we go. Oh, hold on. Let's do this. There we go. Don't adjust your side, I'll adjust mine. How y'all doing today? Welcome to the stream. My name is Talesian. There you are, and here I am. And today, we are doing Lord of the Rings Online for Fantasy Friday. And we are on the Peregrin server. One of the big reasons that we are on the Peregrin server today is... housing is opening up on the new servers Meriadoc, Orcrist, Glamdring, and Peregrin starting this Monday, March 31st at 12 p.m. Eastern. What they're going to do is they're going to be rolling it out in stages. They're going to do the Belfalis housing on Monday. Then they're going to do Eastfold and Erebor on Tuesday. Kingstead and Lindleby on Wednesday, Breland and Fallowthorn on Thursday, and the Shire and Thorns Hall on Friday. So, this note is, but here, the very bottom. Please note that this schedule is tentative and subject to change as we assess the launch of Belfalas housing on Monday, March the 31st. So, if you are not on the official Lord of the Rings Discord or on the official Lord of the Rings forums where I pulled this post up on, I will do my best to keep you informed as to how housing goes. I did a quick little short on YouTube about it as soon as I saw the news. So keep an eye out for the news as to when housing will open up. But that is the absolute big news for today. We've got housing that's opening up on the new 64-bit servers. I'm looking forward to it personally. I would like to see housing opening up. And I'm very much looking forward to it. So I figured for today we would go ahead and work on the Peregrin server a bit. I am currently level 16 playing my Huntress, Shanchantra, and we are currently in front of the Prancing Pony. So we will go ahead and log in real quick. And now you notice... You know for a while that most of the time I spend on the Angmar server, and that's primarily my home server. That's the server that I'm going to be doing most, if not all, of my regular streams from. I'll be on here, when I've kind of maxed that out for a bit. Want to try something different? Don't want to have to, for instance, worry about the Veil of the Nine. Or I just want a little more laid back. This is my laid back. This is my, okay, we'll go ahead and grind a little. Or we'll go ahead and, work on some deeds and stuff. This is my comfy laid back server. Angmar is my, press. We're going to go ahead and work on making it to end game. We're going to try to do some end game stuff. That's kind of how I see myself currently set up in Lord of the Rings Online right now. But we are currently here on the Peregrin server. I am up to Book 1, Chapter 8, Master of the Wood. And I have to go talk to Old Tom Bombadil. Yay. His house is at the far eastern end of the Withywindle in the Old Forest. But first, before we do that, every day it's a Hobbit's birthday. And because it's a Hobbit's birthday, we are the ones who get the presents. And since it's been a while since I've been on this server, I have both a silver and a gold present available. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've got coming here. For silver, 50 Virtue XP and two gold and silver scraps. I could definitely use that. And for gold, 200 Virtue XP and 3 Plain Heritage Runes of Legend, which are available at, item level 65. You can use this at 45 once you get Seeker of Deep Places. Very, very important. I've got a bunch of those runes on the Angmar server, but they're all level 85. I don't know if they've gone through and fixed them, or if they're just going to let them go, or what they're going to do. But that's a very good start. Let me go ahead and use my 2 of those up. Let's go ahead and let's see. 9 rename for LI. We'll move those over there. Let's see, I've got a bracelet that 12 fate, 24 maximum morale. Yeah, we'll get rid of the thin copper armband for that. And the thin copper one is right there. And then we can go ahead and sell all of these. There we go. And I can also open up some of the gifts for the new home loaner. That's level 15. Which I get a above weathertop painting, which we'll go ahead and put into storage. And then 3 of the morale potions, which are I don't really have a use for them, so I just tend to get rid of them those so they don't take up space in my inventory. But there we go. So we are heading on our way to the Old Forest. That was cute. One of the things that I want to do real quick, though, is I want to go ahead and get my VIP buff and such, because I've only got a few days left on it. I don't know when I will be back, so I want to go ahead and pick up real quick.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something? Hello there.
There we go. And by the way, for those of you who may not be familiar with it, if you are a subscriber, I highly recommend you go into the VIP rewards, Wenda Cranesville, in all the big cities, Lake Town, Bree, Thorns Hall, Mickle Delving, and every 2 weeks or so, and pick this up, because the subscriber jug eliminates crafting time, prevents item wear from combat crafting and defeat for 14 days. And then you get the subscriber town services jug, which is a very important item. It gives you access from anywhere in the world. The shop, your vault, your shared vault, your wardrobe, and the auction house. Great if you're in the middle of something and you need to find that last minute item that you need. You can pick it up right then and there. All right. So let's start making our way to the Old Forest. Get to see Old Tom Bombadil. So I hope everyone is doing well today. I've had a very stressful week, but I'm glad it is Friday. Glad to be able to just pop in game and play for a little bit. I'll be coming back and doing some of the quests here in Bree eventually. Right now, I want to work a little bit on the main book quests, and then we'll go ahead and do some just some playing around. I may even do some deed grinding in the Old Forest. There's several deeds in there that are worth quite a lot. What the heck? That was weird. Let's try that again. Yeah, I can't use that. So, but I also like to go by these ruins that are here. Oh, by the way, right up here is a path that leads to the Barrow Downs. We're going to be heading over to Adso's camp, and that's how we're going to get into the Old Forest. But I like to swing by the ruins here real quick on the side of the road, because sometimes they may have some scholarly mats there that are very, you know, that because I'm a scholar, I definitely want to. And in fact, there is one right on the other side of this wall. Want to know how I know? When you're a scholar, you get an ability called Track Artifacts, and it may be hard for you to see on my stream, but I can tell that they're right there. There's a broken urn 21 meters away from me. It's right on the other side of this wall. But we'll clear a path to it real quick. Let me go ahead and buff up. And right there it is. But we got some company here, so we're going to have to take these out. Just like that. And there's a broken urn that I mentioned. So we'll get back on my horse and we'll continue on our way to the old forest. Oh, there's some ash branches too. I mostly pick up the branches because I can work on my forestry, which will help with my tailoring. So now I don't have. Somebody else picked it up, but I actually don't have prospecting on this character yet. But here's Adso's camp, and this is one of the ways to get into the old forest. Excuse me. Now entering the old forest. So let's take a look real quick and see. That's weird. Oh, I probably don't have... no, I've got everything turned on. It's weird how I don't have certain symbols on the map, but right there's the Withy Wimble, and right there is Tom's house, and here I am here. So we're going to head down around this way and around. This sort of reminds me of an old D&D module that I've run a few times called The Wandering Trees. It's a forest, and the trees literally move. And it's a little hard to predict. Sometimes you can go down a path that works great, and other times the path is gone. I remember playing a, remember when I used to play my hunter on WoW, you actually had to have arrows. In fact, you have to steal them on the EverQuest 1, I do believe. Unless you had that ranger special ability that was like infinite arrow. I have a feeling, yep. Usually when you see a bunch of them in one area, there's one of them. And that started off the new D, Breland Woodsman, which is for awakened trees, and it's a 2040. And there's another one right there. We'll go ahead and take care of him, too. Allowed to take care of the root first. Now we'll take care of the tree. Okay, which way do we go? We want to go this way. There's another creeping oak root. And there's the other warped oak right there. There we go. And there's another one. Well, maybe I'll be getting my Breland Woodsman very quickly then. Oh, somebody else already took that one out. Oh, good for you, Tana. But there's Breland's flower. That is another deed, by the way. There's like 7 ancient flowers in the old forest. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. And I need to find 7 more. Ah, I made level 17 without falling into battle. So that gives me a title. Get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of the other thing. And we want to go this way. There we go. And right there's the Withy Window. And right here is a safe path to Tom Bombadil's house. Did I not pick up? I don't think I. No, I don't. I have not picked up the Ballad of Bingo Boffin, so we'll have to work on that too, because one of them takes me back here. So I should probably go ahead and pick that up and bring it all the way up here too. Well, let's go ahead and talk to Tom Bombadil first. Ah, there's Tom.
Ring a dong, hop along, follow the willow.
Hoy now, hey now, what is all this fussing? We've not had so many guests since our wedding. There is time enough for bird watching, but perhaps first a song or two, my hearty. Let your heart fly free and put aside your worries. You are at the house of Tom Bombadil.
Now let the fun begin, let us sing together.
Ha ha ha! My Goldberry is away at her spring, and I was going lily hunting. I've no time for chasing birds, but hoy now! Aragorn's a name I know, and a friend of old Tom's to boot. Here then my offer. Well, Old Tom Bombadil looks for sour crows. You gather lilies for my lovely. I saw some along the river, just a hop and a jump away. Just follow along until ring-a-ding-dillo, you find Old Man Willow. You watch that old gray willow man. He's a mighty singer. He'll sing you down to sleep and drown you if you don't be careful. Alright, so I will go pick up lilies. And that would be down here. Right along the Withy Windle. And right there's Old Man Willow. I think I can go across this way. Or maybe not. Nope. And there we go. Those are the lilies. Good thing, Old Man Will didn't put me to sleep.
Ring-a-dong, hop along, follow the willow.
Lilies white for the river daughter, stronger than hobbit folk if you outsang Willow Man. Not a lily crushed, nor a leaf bent. Old Tom's a merry fellow, but he knows when it's time for dancing or to go a-whiting. He's found your birds and none too soon. If you seek them out, then seek them now, unless you wish to sleep beneath the green grass.
Hey-dole, merry-dole, ring-a-dong-dillo.
Blackbirds flittered and fluttered, skipping among the branches. They came to rest where the restless walk. Beware the old barrows, they stir where they should be a-sleeping. Go north up the path and follow the old barrows road, then south, within a barrow's wall along the forest eaves. Hey doll, merry doll, and there you will find them. Watch for the Lady Dreary. Now hop along, my hearty, Tom's a-go-a-leaping. Ha ha ha. And now we have to go into the Barrow Downs. But I think before we do that, we are going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and pick up the quest for Bingo Boffin. We'll go ahead and catch that up a little bit too. Oh, I guess there must be something going on here. Let me go ahead and go to audio real quick. Looks like it's the Heralds of the Fourth Age. It's always good. This is one of the things that I like about Lord of the Rings Online. You've got bands that are basically playing songs. You've got acts that will do, that will do plays and stuff on the stage. Weathertop is a huge in-game music festival they have every year. And you don't find stuff like that in other games. You find it here. And that's one of the reasons why I like Lord of the Rings Online so much. Let me go ahead and turn off the player music and turn back on the regular music.
Greetings.
And here we are, the lovely Shire town of Mickle Delving. Let me go ahead and pick up this stable master while I'm here.
Good day.
And there he is right there, Bingo Boffin.
A pleasant day to you, friend.
If you have a moment or two to spare, do you think I might trouble you for a spell? My name is Bingo, of the Delvingfield Boffins, and it's so rare for me to see new folk on the path that runs by my hall. It is a pleasure to meet you. Now, I've been feeling a mite lonely these days, you see. I could use a festive occasion on the horizon to put a spring in my step and to occupy my thoughts. Perhaps a dinner party would do the trick. Yes, that sounds capital. I will invite my neighbors, and you well, of course. But could you run down to Mickle Delving Market and assess some of the produce on display? Tell me, what foods look particularly delicious that may give me the spark of inspiration for a course or three to serve at my party? The market is to the south of my hobby hole. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. He wants me to see what's available, what smells good, what looks good. There we go. Well, there's a tub of taters. Wonder how that is. The taters would be very fine, boiled, mashed, or stewed. How about the veggies? The selection of greens on display looks most tasty. And the apples? The apples look nearly ripe, firm, and delicious. Ooh. Sounds like he's got a bunch of options. Ooh. Hugo Broadbelt made a pie. The pie smells wonderful, but it belongs to Hugo. Are you thinking of stealing my pie like a scoundrel? No, I'm not.
Did any of the food capture your fancy?
Bingo listens to your report that everything looked delicious. That is both a wonderful thing and a pity, because it makes it very difficult to decide what to serve at my party. I need more than just an account of the ingredients, I suppose. I need a cookbook. There's a library at the Great Simils in Tuckborough. Would you mind terribly a quick trip to the library to check out a cookbook on my behalf? Perhaps leafing through such a book will give me a good idea as to what to serve. Okay. Alright, so let's see the closest I can get
How do you do?
within the Shire. How about I can get to the homesteads, but that's it. I can't even get to Hobbiton, so I guess we're going to be taking the road. It's a wonderful night for a nice swift ride to Hobbiton. We'll go ahead and pick up the waypoint there. And if I see any branches and stuff, I'll stop to pick those up too. A wonderful evening for a ride, especially through the Shire. And down here is Hobbiton, which is the closest stable to the party tree, which is right up there.
How do you do?
Go ahead and pick that up. And then we'll head to Tuckborough and the Great Simils. Darmira Tuk, librarian of great meals.
Yes? Can I help you find something in particular?
You tell Dominaria that you're looking for a cookbook suitable for preparing fine meals for dinner parties, and her face lights up. Very good, very good. There is no day that can be brightened with a tasty meal shared by friends. Any of the fine cookbooks on the shelf behind me will suffice, I warrant. Oh, there's a bunch of them. All right, well, I'll pick this one right here. Dominaria smiles and writes down your name on a piece of parchment. Yep, because I'm checking the book out. So we'll go back down to Hobbiton, and then we'll see if I can get a fast ride to Nickel Delving. Well, actually, while I'm here, let me go ahead and do one important thing. This here is the task board. Now, task boards are all over Lord of the Rings Online. You'll find them in just about every major and some minor cities. But tasks are a way to increase your faction with certain groups of people. In this case, this board works on Matham faction. Let me go ahead and open up my task carry-all. And let's see if I can do 5 of these real quick. I can do bent claws. I can definitely do broken daggers. I can do broken sword sheaths. Dirty ears. I can do dirty ears. And I should be able to do dirty filth. You start out being able to do 5. Every character can do 5. And then as you do them, you get more and more. For instance, once you break the first 100, you get a bonus one, so you can start doing 6. And then when you get to 200, you can do 7, and so forth. And there are certain... Oh, wait, I passed the person you need to talk to. And of course, there are certain other benefits you get, like titles, and you get cloaks, and such. But when you're doing the Matham board here in Hobbiton, you want to talk to Hal Hornblower. He's got them all right there.
Hello? Hello? Is there something I can do for you? What do you need? What do you need?
There we go. And there's also a remote quest. About once a week, you get a remote quest that if you can do 10 tasks, you get a universal optional crafting ingredient. That's a very nice thing to get, especially if you get into a lot of crafting. What it is when you do crafting, you use an optional crafting ingredient as part of your ingredients. You have a 100% chance of getting a critical success on your recipe. So if you're looking to get that special gear or that special weapon, or trying to make some exceptional food, you want to use the universal optional crafting ingredient to guarantee you're going to get that success. All right, so let's head back to Mickle Delving. And we'll take the swift travel. And you will get those task items from most kills. And sometimes you'll get multiples of them, for that matter. And they're very, like I said, it's very important to get, especially if you want to work on faction. Certain factions give you rewards like mounts, titles, cosmetics, armor, actually good armor and stuff that you can get, level armor. So I always find it very important to work on factions. One of the factions that I like to get, there's a If you can get if you can get to the highest level in 11 different factions in Area Bore, you actually get world-renowned title and you get a free mount. So let's see what he has to say now that I have the cookbook.
This looks like just the thing. Wait, what's this?
Why, it's a map. Someone left a map in this cookbook. Barrow Downs, Weather Hills, Stones Troll Glade. Look at these little pictures, my friend. Do you think these are real places? I cannot let my mind wander to these places. I have a party to plan. Bring this map to the Matham house. I do not need it, and I do not want it. Okay, but I have a map of Eriador. Okay, let's go turn in the map of Eriador then. And right there is the Matham house. Oh, and going back to factions real quick, on Titan Bar, you actually have a faction tracker that you can use, and if you left-click on it, you can choose what factions to track. Like right now, I'm tracking the Men of Bree, Thorin's Hall, and the Matham Society. But you can track up to 5 different factions, including crafting guilds and so forth, too. And here's another thing of importance. There's a reflecting pool in every zone. Some of them are a little hard to find, but they allow you to repeat certain instances that you have done in that zone. So you can get different rewards. Sometimes there's a deed for completing them. Sometimes there's a deed for completing special encounters in those zones and so forth. But this is a way you can repeat them. You just go up there and click on it. Okay. And if you notice right here, there's a Matham Society. And by the way, anybody that has that star over their head that you see here, that means that they deal with faction-related rewards. And since he's part of the Matham Society, he's got Matham rewards. Now, some of them, they won't talk to you until you have a certain level of reputation. Like, I think...
What do you need?
He'll talk to me, but he won't sell me anything. Well, I can't use them because I don't have access to artisan cooking. I'll have to bring my cook over here to do that. But right there, there's Keeper Brombard Foxtail. The Call to Adventure.
How do you do?
You have an unloved and unwanted object with no place else to go, but cannot bear to throw it away? Hand it over, and I will make sure that it joined other Mathams of its type in my keeping. Brombard extends his hand to receive the map, but then something catches his eye, and he pauses. Perhaps I spoke too hastily. It appears that there's a claimant for this Matham after all, and he has run here at great speed to recover it. Bingo has run up the hill behind you and looks exhausted.
I changed my mind.
I do want that map to gather dust inside the Matham house. I want to learn more about the places it depicts. I want to wander the Weather Hills, walking stick in hand. I want to see this Rivendell. Are there really elves there? You are an elf. Have you ever been to Rivendell? I will keep the map, and I will use it to design my adventure. Let us return to my hobbit hole and make some plans, my inspiring friend. He takes the map and looks at it eagerly. Oh, and there's a couple of quests here. We'll go ahead and pick them up over here. Join the Bounders.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Why, hello there. I must say we've been getting more than our share of strangers through this town. Dwarves and other queer lot. Most folk will be polite enough if you keep to yourself. I suppose though you spoke to Second Sheriff Bunce, he's the captain of the watch, and he made you a bounder, you might find a better welcome. Yes, that would do. The sheriff can be found somewhere around in Micheldilding. Good day to you. And
Hello
the other
there.
quest they have is
Might
called
I speak with you a moment?
the Bounding Writ. Ah yes, good day to you. I was wondering if you could do me a favor. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. I got disconnected momentarily, but I am now back. And the quest is called the Bounding Writ. Ah, yes, good day to you. I was wondering if you could do me a favor. I just received word that Adelard Took has found a copy of the original writ penned by the old king. This writ granted the Falhide brothers, Marcho and Blanco, the lands that became the Shire. It is a most exceptional find. Now, true, I already have a copy of the document, but it is in very poor shape. If this copy is in better condition, it would be a marvelous addition to the Madam House. We should go to Tookland and speak to Adelard about this find. I believe you can find him in the Great Simials in Tookborough. Okay. All right. So first off, I need to find second Sheriff Bounce. Looks like he's over here. Where did he go? There he is, right? Is that second sheriff right there? Yep. There he is. Second Sheriff Bodo Butz.
Hello.
So you were sent my way, were you? Of course. Now, we usually only accept hobbits. Shire folk, you understand. But these are not usual times. I'm afraid we can use any or any person of goodwill we can find. Help out as many Shire folk as you can, and you rise to the ranks. All who would protect the people of the Shire are welcome. Now, we hobbits are peaceful folk, and our cares may seem of small importance to others. The delivery of the mail, the tasting of fine foods, the lighting of fireworks. But do not be misled. Our peaceful ways are threatened, and danger can be found in the unlikeliest of places. Aid the Shire folk with their daily concerns, but if you travel to more distant villages, such as Needlehole, Overhill, or Bruckham Borings, bring a weapon with you, Bounder. Life is dangerous on the borders of the Shire. The further you get from Mickle Delving and Hobbiton, the more likely you are to see trouble. And look at this. I picked up a very neat little Bounder's Feather Cap. Let's go ahead and put it on real quick. Cosmetic outfits. There we go. No, God, no. Oh, God, that's terrible. No. No, 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 no. I will not wear that. That looks hideous. Let's move it off. There we go. Much better. That looks much better. I like the way the curls look and then the ringlet. That's much better. Okay. And that's a completed quest within the Life of a Bounder, where you complete quests in the Shire. I think it's it's a 15 and a 30. All right. So let's go talk to Bingo Boffin outside of his hobby hole and see what he found, see what got him all interested in that map.
An adventure will be just the thing, but I will need your help.
It will take me some time to recover from that exercise. I have never run so quickly in all my days, and yet I am more excited than ever before. An adventure. It will be just the thing, but it will take some preparations to be sure. I will need your help to get ready for this journey. Now, once you start on the quest, you'll pick up these bingo badges along the way. They're for costumes and house stuff and cosmetic pets, all sorts of things. And you usually pick up anywhere from 5 to 7 or so, depending on each quest that you do in the chain. And let me tell you, there are a lot of them. I think I did about 40 or 50 quests, and that only took me up through Moria, I want to say. Through Moria and beyond into Lothlorien. So there's a lot of quests. And the other thing, too, is now you'll start to see a person by the name of Bert Bartleby. And he'll always be at the places where you see. Like, he'll always be at the Mickle Delving stables to be able to exchange bingo badges for specific rewards to that zone. But if you ever need to find out, like, for instance, if you're not sure where bingo is and you're in the middle of a quest, you can go ahead and talk to Bert Bartleby, and he'll tell you where you are and where to find Bingo, because Bingo always moves along the quest track.
I need to train for the adventure if I am to have success.
I can hardly wait to begin my journey, but I know there is so much to be done before I depart. I need to train for the adventure if I am to have success on the road. I will need knowledge and supplies and physical strength and Bingo shudders. There is one more thing I will need. But let us not speak of that now. There is enough to do to get ready without beginning with that most perilous of tasks. But first, knowledge. You know, old Gaffer Gamgee up Hobbiton Way was the gardener for Bilbo Baggins for many years, and it could be that he was privy to some of old Bilbo's secrets. He might have given the Gaffer some adventuring advice. Why don't you make your way to Bagshot Row in Hobbiton and see if Gaffer has any sound advice for a hobbit starting out on a journey? Okay. And I think Hobbiton has a fast travel mode, so it should not take too long to get there.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Nice kites. All right, and right up there is Gaffer Gamgee. We'll go ahead and talk to him and maybe do a quest or two for him in just a minute. I need to step away for a quick second and check on my partner. So enjoy the fireworks, and I will be back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Let's go ahead and talk to Gaffer Gamgee real quick here. Oh, and there's a shrew. Training for the journey.
Is there something I can do for you?
What's that? You say Bingo Boffin wants to go on an adventure? And here I thought the Delvingfield Boffins were respectable sorts. You tell that young Bingo the only advice I have for hobbits thinking of leaving the Shire is this. Don't. Naught but trouble ever came of the journey. Mr. Bilbo was as well spoken a hobbit as you could hope to meet. But I have feared he mixed up with some downright odd folk abroad. Poor fellow. I've no further advice from Mr. Boffin, but I do know that he'll be wanting for foodstuffs on his journey. If you run up to the apple doors on the side of hills and pick some of the fallen apples, I dare say his stomach will be satisfied, even if his head will not. A good day to you. And he does actually have a quest, too, that I can go up there and go ahead and take care of, so we'll go ahead and do that also. And it's called Fallen Apples.
I want a word with you.
You're new, aren't you? There's work what needs doing, but I can't do it myself. She'll be gardening over to Bag End, but Mr. LOTRO now, he says he and his ma don't need my services no more. Me has worked on the land for Mr. Bilbo and Mr. Frodo. The apples in that there orchard are going to rot there on the ground unless someone gathers them. Then why don't you head over there and see if any are still good? Those Sackville Bagginses might not want common folk like me on their land, but there's naught they can do, eh? The orchard is just up the hill to the northwest. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get some apples. Luckily, I can actually complete both quests at the same time. And I started 2 more deeds. Sites of the Shire and Farms of the Shire, because this is the farm, Appledores. And this right here is the party tree. It's the one of the go-to hubs for most of the events that happen in the world. Currently, we're in the middle of the Spring Festival, and there are events here at Dulyadund near Thorns Hall and the Bree Fairgrounds. And there's Gaffer.
Just a moment.
That LOTRO won't be the ruin of Bag End so long as I have something to say about it. Thank you for the kind help. And I got a mushroom pie and an apple seeker. And training for the journey.
Is there something I can do for you?
This looks to be a fine bunch of apples and should give Mr. Boffin a good start for his journey. I don't mind telling you when that apple's run out. I hope he turns around and heads for home. The wild is no place for a hobbit. And he even gave me a nice basket in which to hold the apples. Ooh. Pretty fireworks. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back to Mr. Boffin.
lovely day, isn't it?
There's a bird and baby inn. And there's Mr. Boffin himself.
The gaffer gave you some supplies. How thoughtful. Oh, wait. Apples?
Oh my, I cannot stand apples. I'm sure those are fine specimens, but I simply cannot abide the wormy things. I will not take even the smallest bite. Bring that basket into the bird and baby inn and leave it by the counter, if you would, my friend. Someone will eat those apples, but that someone is absolutely, positively will not be me. Okay. Lonely homebody. Ah, there's a place for them right there. Esmeralda Burrows stares at you suspiciously.
Bingo Boffin? A going away present? What is going on?
You there? Who do you think you are leaving those apples there? Are they for anyone to take? Where did they come from? You're forced to tell Esmeralda they were a gift for Bingo, that he did not want them. Bingo Boffin? Whose birthday was it? And wouldn't his friends know he doesn't like the things? What's that? They were a gift from old Ham Gamgee? A going-away gift? Esmeralda's eyes have gained a conspiratorial shine, and you excuse yourself as politely as you can manage.
Nothing to be done. If Esmeralda knows, the whole Shire will know.
You're back, and without the apples. Lovely. I am certain someone will enjoy them. Meanwhile, I brought some supplies from Petunia Greenhand. There should have enough food to last a good while. But why the long face? You tell Bingo that Esmeralda Burrows managed to learn of Bingo's upcoming departure, despite the fact that you barely said a word about it. Well, there's nothing to be done, I suppose. If Esmeralda knows, all of Mickle Building will know by the morrow, and the rest of the Shire will be buzzing by next week. It cannot be helped. The next area in which I must train is physical strength, and I just know how to do it. I will climb the Stock Tower. Meet me at the base of the tower, south of the town of Stock, and we can climb the Stock Tower together. Actually, let me do something here really quick. Give me one quick second. Checking something in the LOTRO store. There might be a couple of things I want to pick up real quick. I've got the ingredient crates on sale. It's not that big a deal. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Wanted to pick up a milestone skill real quick for this character. I will end up over time and probably pick up about 4 or 5 extra milestones and just have them scattered through different parts of the world. But since I don't have the map, because also if you get high enough in like the Matham Society and with Thorn's Hall, you also get ports to those places as well. Okay, so let's see how far I can get to Stock. I think I can get to Hobbiton, but I think that's about as far as I can get.
Hello there.
Yeah, I don't have Stock, so I can't get to Hobbiton. I don't have no mithril coins, so I'm not going to buy any. So we'll just do the swift ride to Hobbiton, and then we'll go from there. Now, Stock is a ways down, and there'll be a couple of other stables that I can go ahead and pick up while we're traveling. Let's see, we want Stable Master. Oh, just Stock. Okay. I thought there were a couple of others I could pick up, but I guess not. Okay. So I'll just pick up the one when we get to Stock. I mean, it's a lovely day for a ride, so... I may come back and just do a whole stream of deeding different locations, different... Oh! They must be doing the chicken run to Mordor.
What do you need?
And here we are at Stock. And the Stock Tower is right over there. That didn't take too long.
This was a bad idea.
Bingo's face is beet red and he is doubled over with exhaustion. I say, who knew this tower was so tall? I am not going to go any higher. Whew, I know a better way. Meet me in the Golden Perch. It's back in the town of Stock. Poor Bingo. And look at that. Fatigued climber. Poor guy. Now, the Golden Perch is Stock's Tavern. It looks a little lively. And there's Bingo right there.
What a way to build up these arm muscles, lifting a mug of ale to my lips.
I already feel much more prepared for my journey. So we've gotten a little advice about adventuring. I purchased some of the supplies I will need, and I did a little exercise to get in shape for the journey. There's just one more area which I need to train, but we'll get to that in a little while. And I'm going to take the title of The Prepared.
There is nothing for it. I must learn to swim.
I have knowledge, supplies, and strength, and they will serve me well on my journey. But there's one more thing I must master before my adventure begins, and it is not something that comes naturally to hobbits. I must learn to swim. Now, have you seen the number of rivers on this map? Whoever drew this map must have been quite fond of the things, because there are squiggly lines and little ponds all over the place. There's nothing for it. I must become a master of the waterways. Speak to me when you are ready, and we will go down to the Brandywine and practice. All right. And he's now my drinking buddy. Okay, let's go ahead.
I am as ready as I will ever be.
Let us walk down to the Brandywine and practice being fish.
Bingo has decided to master one final skill for his journey. He will learn to swim.
Well, here we are. Time for this hobbit to learn a new skill. All right. He really gonna try to swim? Seems like it, the poor fool. Has the Brandywine always looked this wide? It looks cold, too. Does it look cold to you? Why is he taking so long? Chandra, might I have a word? It occurs to me I might have made a slight error in judgment, and I have perhaps not dressed entirely appropriate for the cold, frigid waters. Bingo shivers. What do you think? Do you think perhaps I just need to warm myself up? Possibly get into the blood flowing? Ah, that is a capital idea, my intelligent high elf friend. That was just the thing. I was wrong. I'm not ready. I am a bit warmer, but the water still looks cold, and now I just feel tired. Do you think maybe this is just a bad spot? Maybe I should try another place on the bank? Ah, good idea. Patience, everyone. I am almost all set. Maybe here will be better. I don't know. What if someone swam across first as a demonstration? That might do it. I will watch you swim, my adventuring friend. Okay. Well, I am well trained, after all. Your muscles ache, but you put on a fine demonstration. That was incredible, my friend. If you could do it, I certainly think I can do it as well. Here I go. I'm swimming! I'm swimming! I did it! Did you see me? Your feat was pretty good, but I'm afraid my own may have shown you up some. Now, that was a true display of swimming prowess, wouldn't you say? I am drenched, but I am happy, my friend. Let us return to the Golden Perch and dry off. So I wonder if it says drenched hobbit.
I think that went fairly well, but let's avoid rivers anyway.
You might not have had a great look at it, but I'd say I mastered the art of swimming remarkably quickly. Bingo seems to be looking at everywhere except your face. Just for fun, though, I think I'll avoid rivers while on my journey. Dryland makes for a more interesting trip, I'd say, and it would be a shame to take the easy way and float across every river that squiggles its way across my path. You understand, I'm sure.
Let us return to my hobbit hole in Mickle Delving.
I feel well prepared for the journey now. I am ready for anything. I just need to pack up the belongings I will need and put a few things in order before I depart. Will you help me with these final preparations? It saddens me to leave the Golden Perch and her fine ale behind, but that is the life of the adventurer, is it not? Let us return to my hobbit hole in Nickel Delving. And I happen to have a port to Nickel Delving. Ah, there he is.
I hope you will pardon the mess. I have had so few visitors lately.
And I'm afraid I've had left the place to get a bit disorganized. I will pack up my belongings and clean up while I'm at it. Bingo frowns. Do you know something? I'd quite forgotten until just now. But I borrowed a number of items from my neighbors over the years and never returned them. I should give these items back before I leave. After all, you never know what might happen on such a journey. I borrowed that ball of twine from Poppy Bracegrindle across the way. Would you mind returning that to her and some of these other borrowed items to my other neighbors as well? Okay, so let's find the ball of twine. Ah, there it is. I think she's up here. No? There she is. Poppy accepts the ball of twine with a confused smile. And there's the borrowed teapot. And that goes to Merrimack Fairborn. Right there. Merrimack graciously accepts the teapot. And now I gotta pick up the bucket. There it is. And that I deliver to Myrtle Boggs, who is right there. Myrtle accepts the bucket with a disapproving stare.
I wrote a petition to keep Bingo from going on this foolish adventure.
Bingo kept my bucket for so long, I never thought I'd see it again. But now he sends you over to return it, and with no explanation? You open your mouth to respond, and she silences you with a curt gesture. No need to explain it now. I know why Bingo is returning all of his borrowed items. He is leaving the Shire. Yes, Esmeralda de Burrows told me all about his little secret. And I will not stand idly by. I wrote a petition to have Bingo put into the lockholes to keep him from undertaking this foolish adventure, and many notable hobbits have signed it. Now go, speak with the mayor and see if he has ruled on it yet. Humph. She sniffs righteously, certain that her petitions will succeed. And there's the mayor.
How do you do?
Yes, how can I help you? I do hope that it is a quick matter, for I am late for a dinner. You politely ask the mayor if he has ruled on the petition submitted by Myrtle Boggs. He sighs. If I had known the sort of complaints I would have had to deal with as mayor, I would have never accepted the office. Do this, do not do that, stop this person from leaving, make this person leave. It is a constant din of noise. I suppose the dinners make it all worthwhile, but only just. I am not going to rule on this petition. If Middlebark wants to stop Bingo Boffin from leaving the Shire, she can lock him up herself. You take this petition and give it to Mr. Boffin, because I want nothing to do with it. Okay.
Will you look at this? What sweet neighbors I have.
What is this? You hand Bingo the petition and he reads it quickly. But instead of the crestfallen face you'd expected, the hobbit smiles brightly. Well, you look at this. Middle Boggs obtained signatures from good hobbits throughout the neighborhood to have me locked up in the lockholes. What a lovely compliment that is. My neighbors care so deeply about me that they are willing to go to such an extreme to keep me from leaving. I have to do something nice for Myrtle. Can you go to the statue of Marco and Blanco in the center of town and pick some of the flowers that grow there and give them to her? Tell her that I received her message as clear as day and I will return as soon as I am able. What sweet neighbors I have. Now I feel bad that I borrowed their items for so long without returning them. Oh, sigh, Bingo. You just don't get it. There we go. Myrtle accepts the flowers with confusion and embarrassment.
Oh, what is this? I will write another petition.
What are these flowers? Has the mayor ruled on my petition to put Bingo Boffin into the lockholes? You explained that Bingo wanted you to deliver these flowers to Myrtle in appreciation for her kind thoughts. Kind thoughts? I mean, yes, of course. I only wish the best for all my neighbors, but still. Myrtle turns a bright shade of red. I will write another petition. This one will be about something else, but it will be serious. You'll see. You leave Myrtle to gather her thoughts and her signatures.
The journey is so close now.
I thank you once again. I am touched to know that Myrtle cares so much for me, and I will miss her. But now, if you'll excuse me, I have some more packing to do. The journey is so close.
The day has finally arrived.
My journey begins, and I want you to travel with me. If you do not object to the adventure. You are under no bond to go further than you will, and if you decide to take your leave at any point, I will not judge nor think less of you for the decision. But I hope you will share in my journey, no matter the miles. Do you know something, my high elf friend? I thought it would be more difficult to begin, but it seems that leaving is easy after all. I thought it would be more difficult to say goodbye to my home, but the idea of such an adventure fills my heart with excitement enough to propel my feet without regret. I've studied the map a great deal, and I believe we should leave Mickle delving by the eastern road, making for Waymeet and Tuckborough. Let us walk to the crossing of the ways at the town of Waymeet, and then decide our next course. Okay. And he wants to meet right there in Waymeet. One second. Okay. Alright, so let's mount up on a horse, or in my case, an elk. And we are there, and we're going to head here to Waymeet, and then I'll probably stop by and do a side quest to talk to Adelar Took for the Bounding Writ. La 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 la. And there's Waymeet right up ahead. Oh. I like that. That's cool. And right there is Mr. Boffin. Journeying Hobbit.
I think I forgot something.
I spent the last few minutes trying to decide what was been troubling me, and I think at last I've got it sorted. My walking stick. I left it leaning against the side of my hobbit hole and did not pick it up when we departed. Would you mind running back to my hole and retrieving the walking stick? I thought it was easy to leave, and easy it was. Easy to leave without my walking stick, but I miss it already and cannot go much longer without it. I hope you do not think me a fool for leaving it, but leave it I did. I will continue on to Bywater while you fetch the walking sticks. We do not slow the journey over much. I'll meet you in the center of Bywater in a short while. Okay, I'll go back and get his stick. I should now bring it to him in Bywater. And we'll go ahead and swing by the Samaels, the Great Samaels, and talk to Adalog Took. But we'll go ahead and take the horse to Hobbiton.
Good day.
There, that log took right there. The Founding Writ.
It's terrible. Just terrible.
Oh dear, you're here for the Founding Writ? Please don't let Paladin know, but I don't have it. A local farmer, Bello Brockhouse, has it, and he won't give it up. His home is north of here, up the hill and to the right of the path, and he said he won't give up the writ until he gets a hand with his crops. Honestly, my age, I can't help with farm labor. I'm sorry to say that if you want the writ, you'll have to speak with him and perhaps lend a hand. The cheek of some hobbits. Ah, there he is right there.
Can't a body be left alone?
I've got that piece of parchment Adelard's wanting. I found it among my mum's things, and I don't mind it going off to the Batham house, but I'd rather it go there than into Adelard's collection. But there's a few problems I need help with. See, my fences need mending, my pig has run off, and I need some feed from Hobbiton. If you help me with those tasks, I'll give you the writ. Fair to you?
Might I speak with you a moment?
So my pig, oh Sally, when she ain't running loose all over the countryside, eats and eats like you wouldn't believe. Goes through a sack of feed in no time. Never seen a pig with an appetite like hers. I need you to go to the Grange up at Hobbiton and fetch me a sack of feed. Now, don't worry about talking to Ted Sandyman there to pay for them. I told him someone was going to come by and get them later today. Now, if you want that writ, you'd best be hurrying along. Okay.
Might I speak with you a moment?
My pig, old Sally, has run off again. Sometimes I think that pig is more trouble than she's worth. Always running off, eating like a horse, and scared of her old shadow. If I was so fond of her, I would have made a sausage out of her years ago. Usually when she runs off, it's down to the woods southeast of here, by the big willow. If you find her, approach her carefully, and bring her back to the barn here. Be careful, though. She spooks easy, so if she sees anything while you are bringing her back, she might run off. And this time for good. Shore up the fence.
Might I have a word with you?
You see them cundies running all over my garden there? Since all them holes appeared in my stone fences, I can't keep the devils out. I'm wanting to gather up some new field stones, patch them up, but I haven't found the time yet to do it. Now, there's a great big willow down the hill into the southeast, directly south of Longborough's farm. You'll find many stones of different sizes down there. Bring me a variety of them if you would. Never know what I'll need to patch the fences. Hurry along now, I'll be giving the writ to the conies. And right there. And then I'll need to go up there to get the feed. So let's go up here first. Ah, there's a sack of feed. Oh, I've actually got to bring it all the way back. Okay. Okay. He was happy with the oats. So now let's go ahead and pick up the stones and see if I can find old Sally. I think they're both at the same location, pretty much. Okay, so I need 3 flat, 4 small, and 2 large. Let me go ahead and get that off of my keyboard. There we go. We'll collect all the field stones first, and then we'll go after Sally in case I need to lead her back. Because I forget. I don't know if I need to or not. Ah, there's the last small field stone I need. Now let's see if I can find old Sally. There she is. The pig cautiously snorts your hand, but seems satisfied you mean her no harm. She looks like she is ready to return to Belko's barn. Great. What the hell was that? Oh shit. Great. The wondrous elf adventurer, defender of pigs. And there we go. We're almost at old Sally's barn. You successfully defended old Sally on her way back to the farm. So we'll go ahead and give him the stones first.
It's been a foul day, it has.
These stones will do nicely for my fences. Never thought I'd find the time to gather them up, but it seems things are changing a bit for me since finding that old writ. And one of the things that given me is a gift matham. Those are items that you'll find on some mobs scattered all across the world. I found them in the troll shaws, even, of all places. But, you know, as far as the troll shaws, which is fairly far away from here. But every matham you use is worth points toward the Matham Society faction. In this case, 700 points.
Well, the gall of some folk.
And old Sally. Ah, good, the old girl is back. She's a nuisance at times, that one, but in the end I suppose I'm too fond of her to do much else with her. Thanks for doing that, but I suppose I owe the real thanks to that writ I found, don't I?
Might I speak with you a moment?
Belko's writ. I suppose you've done enough for me, although I'm going to miss the extra help around the farm here. And old Sally seems to have taken a liking to you, although that could just be because you brought her feed. Here, that copy of the writ I found in my mum's things. Take it over to keep a foxtail at the Matham House in Mickledelving. And make sure you don't let that Adelard Took have it. I don't want it near his collection. Okay. So we'll go ahead and head back to Mickle Delving.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Excellent. So this is it? Let me take a look at it. Yes. Interesting. Interesting. Wonderful. It is a complete copy of the writ and is in much better condition than one that was already in the Matham House. I thank you for your efforts. I trust it wasn't too difficult to acquire, was it? Oh, we'll grab the Writ Finder's sword. It's not a DPS increase, but it might look nice. Now, I picked up 2 gift Mathams. And my faction is currently at 1,500, so let's use them both. And now it's up to 2,900. Well, let's take a look at that Writ Finder's sword. How does that look? Huh? Writ Finder's sword looks good. Let's go ahead and make that a part of my costume. So we'll go ahead and add that to the wardrobe. And we'll go to cosmetic outfits. And we'll do that. We'll just have 2 of them right now. That's how it looks. And I've got a Swift Greyward bow. Go ahead and add that really quick to there as well, and throw that onto the cosmetic outfits. Oh, okay. Maybe we got to do this here. Let me... Oh. Oh, maybe it's under my personal. There it is. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's better. Look at that. Nice white bow. I like that. We can go ahead and take the fast travel to Hobbiton, and that'll take us most of the way to Bywater.
How do you do?
Okay, where is he? Oh, of course.
Do you know anything about Mr. Bingo Boffin?
My friends and I saw him around town, but he gave us a slip and went off somewhere. They say he's going on an adventure, which we find most peculiar. Wouldn't be surprised if he's in the Green Dragon. And there he is.
Ah, there you are, my traveling companion.
And you have collected my walking stick. Very good. That will be a big help on the miles ahead, I do not doubt it. I did not nip into the Green Dragon just for this ale, though it is quite good. You should try some. No, I was being followed about town by a number of nosy hobbits and came in here to evade them. I think perhaps we two should leave quietly and slip through the swamps around Frogmorton so we can leave without being pestered. I will meet you in the Frogmoors. My good old drinking buddy. Slide. I don't know why he came in here.
I think we evaded the nosy hobbits, but my choice of detour is not ideal.
You see, I simply cannot stand frogs and toads. The sight of them fills me with trepidation, and I find myself quite unable to move. No, do not say it. I thought perhaps the Frogmoors was just a silly name. I did not know it would be home to so many of the creatures. Slimy, croaking devils. Can you defeat some of those wild hill toads on our way? Just enough for me to get back onto the road. I would appreciate it ever so much. There we go.
You are not going to believe this, but I have forgotten something else.
I had brought one of the satchels I intended to retrieve, but forgot the other. Can you run back to my home and retrieve it for me? I simply cannot do without this other satchel. Indeed, it contains almost the entire reason for my journey. You've defeated enough of the toads, I should be able to make it back to the road, and we'll continue on the journey while you run back to get my other satchel. I will meet up with you on the outskirts of the town of Budgeford, if you find that agreeable. And off we go. Back to Mickle Delving. Bingo's other satchel. Outskirts of Budgeford. Which I can go ahead and take the port stock, because I have that, and then just catch up to him that way.
Good day.
And there he is right there.
There you are, and you retrieve the satchel I left behind.
Thank you very much for this, my friend. Do you know why this satchel is so important for me to have? It is because this bag contains my parchment quill and several ink bottles. I intend to write about my journey, keeping a record of everything that happens to us on the way. I want to document my adventure so I will never forget it. I thought it would be easy to leave my home, and I told you as much when we departed Mickle Delving, did I not? But it seems that some part of me has been dragging his feet. First I left my walking stick, then I developed a fear of toads I never had before, and then I discovered my satchel and writing supplies were left behind. Like young Willibald here, with the hole in his boat. I'm finding it harder to leave home than I expected. But I will not give up as long as I have you nearby to encourage me, my friend. The journey awaits.
Our journey continues, my adventurous friend.
It will be a short walk to the Brandywine Bridge, and then we will cross into Buckland. I've only been over the bridge a few times in my life, and that was to visit my cousin Priska and her family. Perhaps we could stop by her home for a short visit before traveling further east. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, let us walk to the bridge and admire the view. A brood of boffins. And actually, ladies and gentlemen, I think at this point I am going to go ahead and call it a day. I would like to thank everyone for joining me today. I had a great time. I will be doing Lord of the Rings Online again this Monday, and I'll probably be continuing the Peregrin server. The next scheduled stream I have will be this Sunday, where I'll be doing Star Wars The Old Republic, and I've been working on the Sith Warrior campaign, which is starting to take a very interesting turn. So I hope you all join me then. Please like, subscribe, sub, do all that other good stuff down below. I look forward to seeing you on my next stream, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. Take care.